Hello everybody. It has been a let's say a while since I have recorded my last video, but that's besides the point because today we're talking about the Switch 2, very controversial online, and I've got no script for this video, so I've tried to record this video like 2 times already and I've just been fucking up and I really just want to get done with this video and I just really needed to express my thoughts about this because I cannot talk about this with anyone. So I just decided to upload it on this YouTube channel that I have not been uploading to forever, but that's besides the point. Now I'm a pretty big fan of Nintendo. I've got a 2DS, a 3DS, like 4 Switch games. Alright, that doesn't seem like much. But that's a hard casing, alright? And I've given this company too much money, if I'm being honest. But I've got some very big criticisms, and they're probably common criticisms, but that's besides the point. And they are. Let's start with the negative, because I've got a lot of positive as well, obviously. But negative pricing, I think this has been discussed in America, like discussed so many times already. But in America, it's gonna be $450 for the base console, and with the bundle, it's gonna be $500. That is absurd. That is insane from the original Switch. And in Australia, where I live, it is going to be 700 for the base model and 770 for the bundled version with Mario Kart World, which, mind you, looks incredible. But I'm sorry, Nintendo. The average kid, which is, let's face it, your main audience is not gonna buy it, and I know Nintendo's never gonna see this. No one sees my videos, but let me just rant. No kid is gonna go up to, well, in their right mind, is gonna go up to the mother and ask for the Switch 2 when they've already got a Switch, which is, I think it's $200 more than like an OLED here, a brand new OLED. Let's see. Yep, it's 540 for OLED with, mind you, Super Mario Wonder. You can't possibly justify, as a kid, getting that. And I like this quote: "You can't afford something unless you can buy it twice." And I can, and I'm obviously not going to buy it twice. But it's a figure of speech, whatever. I can afford that. But it's like also PS5 is $100 less. Is going to be $100 less than the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's way faster, better specs, better everything inside of it. It just is the better console. At least right now. Maybe when it comes out, we'll be, proven wrong. But from what we can tell right now, it's worse than the PS5. But let me get this straight. I'm probably gonna get the Switch 2, most likely. It's like I'm leaning 70% getting a Switch 2 or 30% getting a PS5 because of one thing, two things actually. It is Nintendo exclusives are just miles better than PS5 exclusives and games, first parties. No, maybe not third parties, but first parties for sure are better on Nintendo, in my opinion. And second off, it comes out a day after my birthday, so that's kind of like fate telling me, "Yo, bro, get the Switch too." And I'm like, "You're tempting me. You are tempting me." So I'm probably gonna buy it. But if it goes up anymore because of these tariffs, then I am not going to buy it. And I'm not sure if the tariffs are going to affect in Australia. Hopefully not. I'm pretty sure they're not. Surely not. But if they do raise in price to 800, I am buying a PS5. Like, I can't possibly justify getting the Nintendo Switch 2, which is a worse console, which is gonna cost $800 hypothetically, over a PS5, which is gonna be 600 pre-owned. You just can't possibly justify that. But that's besides the point. Also, another negative is the C button. The mysterious C button was revealed to be the chat button, which is basically Discord but worse. Because until March, well, until not yeah. All right, I can't speak today, guys, but until March 2026. After that, you're gonna have to pay for Nintendo Online to use this feature. Now, I can see a lot of places where this is going to be used. Then the game chat, I think it is a cooler idea, but it should be integrated with the system and not paid for. That's some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you, guys. That is some bull. Why is it? All right. Let me, because Mr. Who's a Boss made a video on the Switch too, and I like the point he brought up, which is if you don't pay for it for Nintendo Online, you basically have a button on your Switch on your controller that does nothing, and that is kind of insane because there's just a button on your Switch that does nothing. You press it, it does nothing. Literally, you can only do this if you pay for Nintendo Online, and then like no, I'm not paying $12 a month for that shit. I am not doing it. But that's all besides the point. That is basically all. Well, it's not all the negatives, but that's all I have time for, because I know you guys want to get on with the next video you're gonna watch. So let me get this quick. The positives. The games look amazing. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Ride, Pokemon Legends EA, Metroid Prime. Holy shit! I'm just realized how much games are going to be on this console. It's gonna be so much. Like, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. And then third parties, there's gonna be Elden Ring, which is, whoa, how is that thing going to run on Switch 2? Hopefully good. Cyberpunk 2027, and it's probably gonna be I'm not sure. I never played it before. I just hear everywhere online it's a bad game, but from what I saw of it, it looked pretty good. And then we've also got fuck, let me remember the name. I got this. Sorry guys, I forgot it. I did not have it, but maybe GTA 6 is coming. I don't know. Probably not. If it's not coming to PS4, then it's not coming to Nintendo Switch 2, obviously. But maybe GTA 5 is. I don't know. But anyway, the power and storage is such a big upgrade. 256 gigabytes compared to 32 is amazing. And genuinely, I can't wait for that, because I probably am not going to get a micro SD card because I just don't want to. I'm sorry, but I just don't want to. And 256 gigabytes of storage should be pretty good, I think. But I mean, handheld looks pretty good from the videos I saw. The screen looks alright. In handheld mode, it's gonna be 1080p, and it's gonna run for, I think, first party games 120 FPS, but that might not be on handheld. That might be on docked, which, if we're talking docked, it's gonna run 4K 120, which is great. That is amazing. And also, another positive from Nintendo is the gimmicks. Now, not all the gimmicks. The camera is maybe the stupidest thing Nintendo's ever done. Like, wow, is this Xbox One again? The mouse feature genuinely looks super fun, especially with Metroid. Looks like it's going to be pretty cool, and I like how Nintendo is trying to integrate it into more stuff. And instead of just using it in like 2 or 3 games, I think they're going to try and implement it in as many games as possible, and it's just going to open an entire different section of games, like the PC games, and it's going to make Mario Maker, obviously this point has been made a million times, so much easier to play. And I just like it. I just like Nintendo is trying to innovate again. And you might think it's like they're not innovating anything, it's just a mouse. But what other game company is trying this? Modern day. PlayStation tried this like with a mouse, but I don't think it went anywhere. But hopefully this does go somewhere, because I genuinely think it could be a great idea. And let's see what happens in the future, man. So that was just my rants on the Nintendo Switch 2. Why do I think it's gonna be good? I think it will. I'm not sure about how it's gonna sell, but I think it's going to be a good console. From everything, it's just gonna be an improvement on the first Switch, which, I mean, I think that's all we've been asking for, really. Is it? Isn't it? Like, just an improved Switch. And hopefully I get access to my Nintendo Switch account, because I have no idea what the password or email is for the account. So if anyone could help me in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant for like 12 plus, 11 plus minutes or whatever it is. This has been your boy, Liga, and I will see you hopefully in the next video if I am bothered to upload anything. Thank you so much. Peace.